How are we doing?
We should be landing in 10 minutes.
Okay.
What's Leo up to?
Sleeping?
About time to wake him up then.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Vincent?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm fine. Leo.
What? Yeah. We there yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Emily worked for that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how did they know we were going to Mexico? They tracked us down. How? Just imagine the cops. It's like, we knew you were coming from Mexico.
Ah, you snitch.
Why aren't you getting arrested?
Well, cause she sold us.
down.
Who the fuck are you now?
Mexican police.
No, we're back home.
No, he's the Mexican police. He's not happy what we did in Mexico.
No, we're not in Mexico.
He looks Mexican.
He doesn't look Mexican.
The like whitest guy in the world.
Not because he's got a mustache, that means that he's Mexican.
No, man.
The only reason why we go to Mexico.
Here you
Oh
go.
no, they robbed us.
Good job, Vincent.
What?
Wait, what? What?
Dude, you backstabbing bastard.
What? No, this is a nightmare. Is this a nightmare? What the hell?
I don't know. And you were a cop all along,
I was undercover?
were you?
You know that I actually thought about that and I was like, no, like they cannot like play that along for so long.
Oh man, you weasel fuck. I trusted you!
Ah, I trusted myself.
So there was no brother. I wonder if this changes if we picked your thing. Like, do I backstab you somehow?
Looks about right. Yeah, of course it is. You can always trust me. I'm not trusting
What the
nobody, my
fuck, man?
friend. Just saying. I'm a trustable guy. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Here you go. What do you think?
Huh. It's heavier than I thought.
It is.
I didn't think they
doing
could
business
play
with
it
the
along
guys.
for this long.
All right. He's got it.
Finally.
Oh shit.
Shit! Shots fired! Shots fired! Go! 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 Secure the area! Move in!
And that's why he was surrounded by cops. That makes
Huh?
sense. Because he said when I woke up I was surrounded by cops.
No! 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 Gary! Gary!
That's his brother.
Officer down! Somebody get a damn ambulance! Gary! Stay with me. Please! I'm sorry, please! Somebody call an ambulance now!
Hey, listen, Leo.
You're in big trouble, you understand? Where's Harvey? Where's the Black Orlov? What are you, deaf? Well, you think you're funny, don't you? What, you think you can just go and sell it on a street corner? What are you, stupid? Are you that stupid? It's all gonna rain down on you hard. You got it? You're gonna have to talk at some point. You understand?
He's not gonna say a word.
Yeah, I know.
There's only one option now.
I'll get someone on it.
James, if you want Harvey and the Black Orlov, this is the only way. Just put me in a cell next to him.
You're too close to this, Vincent. You better sit this one out.
Gary was my brother. My flesh and blood. And he's dead because of me. I put him in that situation. I need to do this, and you know it. Just make it happen, James. You're under arrest, Leo. It's over.
Shit.
Nobody move! I'll fucking kill him!
Only making it worse for yourself.
Man.
Oh shit.
Put the gun down now! Take it easy, Leo. Shut up!
I hate myself.
Stay away!
Oh, I'm going to see.
Get in the fucking car! Go! I fucking trusted you, Vincent!
Leo, you need to calm down.
Calm down! Are you serious?
Look, I know you're angry.
Angry? You haven't seen me angry yet, you backstabbing pig!
Please, just calm down.
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up!
Apparently we can hit like the side of the road.
Leo, please. This is insane. I understand you're angry, but you got to realize that it's over, okay? Shut up, Vincent! You have nothing to say to me! You're nothing to me!
What? Oh, we're drowning.
Wait, it's gonna crash, so we're gonna drown.
Yeah, that's why you go out.
Look, you fallen chump!
Do I wait for you?
Can't let you get away! You're a dead man, Vincent!
Apparently not. I'm conflicted about our friendship now.
I don't know what to do, man. I don't even want to chase you.
Right after! Go, go, go!
Oh, not the boat again.
That's really, I like that they pit you against each other. That's really clever.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like, you could do that. Oh man.
Intercept him at the next trap, Emily!
Please, man. Do we need the slow motion? Damage my boat that badly? I don't think we can do it.
There! Down on the right! See him running! Set us down over there!
Okay!
All right! Come on, hurry!
I'll go this way.
All right.
Get out of here! Go!
Don't do anything stupid, Leo.
Shut up! Just go! I don't want to hurt you, Emily. Just get out!
You know I can't do that.
Don't fucking push it! This is between me and Vincent! Now get the hell out! Get out! Go! Leo! Please stop this! How does it feel to stab someone in the back? I know you're disappointed, but Harvey killed my brother. I had no choice. I can't fucking believe this! I'll talk to the captain. We'll reduce your sentence. My son! You're a dead man, you piece of shit! What about your son? Alex, shut the fuck up! Don't you mention his name! You don't get to mention his name! You hear that, you piece of shit? You're a dead man! You piece of shit!
Man, no.
No.
No, dude, we can't do that.
Ma stai scherzando?
That's
Wonder what that pig's hiding.
that's not cool,
There you
man.
are, you little shit!
I don't think I like this one.
Give up, Leo! This won't end well! God damn it! Leo, come on! We don't have to do this! How do you feel now?
Invincible. Man.
Give up, Leo. This won't end well.
Is there a way out?
I don't know.
Trying to find, just trying to escape. Dang, dude, I don't think there is.
Shit! I'm just getting started. You're gonna pay for this.
I keep hitting you more than you hit me. Why do I keep suffering?
I don't know. I wonder if it's the way that it's supposed to be, or if it's just health based.
Fucking do it!
Alright.
Now!
Easy. See? This is down.
Push it away!
Leo, don't do this.
Sit up! On your knees! I said on your knees! How do you feel about this now?
Oh shit!
Hi.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh dang, dude. No. Oh no. I shouldn't have rolled in front of you.
Suck. But that's where I was. Why are you there now? That's where I was.
Oh man, tides have changed.
Seriously?
Apparently.
I'm holding. Should I release? Or what?
I guess so. Man, they just really wanted to do this, huh?
That's so lame.
Yeah.
So lame, man. Oh. This is worse than The Last of Us 2, Jesus fuck.
Depending what happens, I might cry. So,
If what?
I said depending what happens, I might cry. This is actually decent. I like the twist that they had.
Well, it sucks either way. Oh! Am I going down?
I don't know. I wonder if there is a pacifist ending. If we just didn't fight each other, what happens?
They give you no choice. I'm not doing that.
Nah, dude.
See, they give you no fucking choice. Well, who's the best measure?
You want to just leave it to chance?
Eh?
So do you want to leave it to chance? Say countdown
Of course,
from
how do you
3?
decide? It sucks either way.
Okay, say 3, 2, 1, and then just go.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2.
Well, give it your best try, though.
I
Don't
will.
be a pussy.
I will. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh no!
Dude, I thought it was gonna be faster.
You're winning. Winning, son.
No, we don't want to win.
Yes!
We don't want to win.
So much motion, man. Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh, you had to do it.
And
You had to do the whole thing. That sucks. Oh, that sucks.
ah, dude.
Oh shit! No! No! Man, that's the worst.
Give my letter to Carol.
Please don't give me a choice.
Oh! No, man! Oh man! That's so bad. Beer doesn't help hiding the nose.
Look at that. His nose is gigantic there.
just want to say that I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the broken promises and not being there when you needed me. I'm sorry for no longer being the man you fell in love with. My biggest regrets are all the moments we didn't get to spend together. From now on, I don't want to miss a second together with you and our beautiful daughter. If you let me, I'll be the husband you once loved and the father I know I can be. Yours forever, Vincent.
Oh, that didn't age well.
Oops.
I like how that was worded, because if he survived, it would have been completely different as well.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been the exact... Well, I mean, maybe it was the exact same letter, maybe it wasn't, but I wouldn't know.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Hey,
Linda. Are you guys ready to leave?
we are. Are you sure no one was following you?
Yeah. We're fine. Let's just get going.
Are you okay?
I am. I'm fine.
Ready? Aim! Fire! Aim! Fire! Aim! Fire!
That was really good.
Yep.
I appreciate that juxtaposition like crazy. That was really good.
A sharp contrast.
Yeah. It's funny, just like the power of touch there.
To Mexico we go. That was so weirdly good.
Yes. Okay.
Unexpectedly good.
Okay. So what do you think then? Because
I don't know, man. Like, I would be so curious to see the alternative
Same.
ending. Like, in case that's oh shit.
no, same.
It's like I cannot even imagine what it would have been like. Because like this one was actually like so very good build. Again, even the contrast at the very ending between like the two scenes like overlapping with each other and just like again the different kind of touch, of course, and just being together and being completely alone. It's
Yeah.
oh man.
I don't know if we can continue from like, I guess maybe where that Harvey guy gets killed. I would be very willing to go through and see just what the opposite is like.
But oh, I see. I don't know. Like, I don't want to ruin this. Like, it's. I think it's like, this is the ending that we got. Like, getting another one would be like. Weird.
Yeah, it would be. I wonder how many different. Okay, well you can.
Faris.
Yeah, I saw that. Faris. Okay. Without spoiling anything, let us Google that. What is even this game called? I forget what
A
this.
Way Out.
Yes. I forget that for some reason. 2 possible endings. Just gonna close it there. So obviously, there was a different one for sure.
Cool. That's unexpectedly good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, unexpectedly well written at the very end. Like,
See, but that's like the problem. They put a lot of emphasis on that. They could have really destroyed my emotions because I think at the very end, like that's the first time that I cared about characters.
Yeah.
So like you have all of this that we've done together, and I get that. Like you build an emotional response with like the person that you're helping and all that other stuff, and then you get turned on each other, which is extremely good. I like how they went that route because that's not something that I've ever experienced before. Where you literally have to turn on the person that you were helping the entire time.
Same. It's so unusual. Yeah.
But like if they put more characterization into like the dialogue, especially between each other, because like you even said it yourself, like right before I guess you went to Mexico, where we still don't even know where we went. You were literally saying like talk, like dude, talk to this person, and then they ended up like talking in that little thing before they started getting shot at by that guy. But like if they spent just even a little bit of time exploring, like okay, you both come from like a criminal background, I get it, you don't want to talk to each other, but Mario most Italian name ever?
Mario. I've never heard that.
But yeah, like if they spent just more time together, like exploring both of them and growing as characters, like that ending would have been way more impactful, I think.
Although, like, thinking about it, it kind of makes sense why they were reluctant to kind of like be more open, especially on my character side of things, because like you can literally see how hesitant he is to say anything, and I'm like, dude, just fuck it up, because like of course like I wasn't imagining anything like that.
Yeah.
But like the reluctancy probably comes from the fact that like you know that you're a cop undercover, and you know that you have an emergency of your own family, of course, but like you still know that you don't want to cross the line of, okay, come meet my family or come meet my wife, or we had to go because my kid was born. Like it's such a like an explosive event in anybody's brain that it's so personal, and you don't really want to share with the person that you're trying to frame.
Yeah, because I think in retrospect, like if you go back, there's a lot of dialogue that was probably cryptically written to not show, because like right when...
To not give it away, yeah.
Yeah, because like right when... Because like on my side, like when I was remembering that, like right when it showed like the more, you know, like what happened in that scene where that guy was killed, and then it showed like you listening in, my dude, when he originally was going through the story, he's like, well, what happened next? Like when you asked him, he was like, I don't know. He's like, I woke up and cops are everywhere, but cops are everywhere not because, you know, they were called there. It's because they were there in the first place. So there's like, I think a lot of stuff, if you went back through it and just like saw it again, it'd be like that too. And it's like,
thought, yeah.
Yeah. So what would you rate it?
Yeah, it's hard, man, because like the gameplay leaves a lot to be desired. Because it's like all buggy and glitchy and weird. Not many things make sense. Again, comical from that kind of standpoint. But then the writing, in terms of like just the plot and such, it's pretty good. It's pretty up there. Like I thought there could have been like something weird in one of the two characters, like maybe one could have been like an undercover cop or some shit, but then they dragged it for so long, and I actually was expecting the game to be way shorter. I wasn't expecting it to be such a long game. So the more we kept going, the more I was like, nah. Like I kind of like abandoned even that random thought. But they got me, like I wasn't expecting that.
No.
And even the fact that they were do you care at all about The Last of Us?
No, you can be
No?
cute there.
Okay.
I know this is
Yeah,
a pretty interesting thing to use.
Yeah, because like The Last of Us 2, I haven't played it because of course it's for PS4 and up, but
Wait,
um
because I'm curious, because I read something a long time ago and I don't know, but then you can tell me and then you can just like spoil it to your heart's content or something. But it's very similar in the way that I can't remember, because it was like that thing. What did I see the other day? Oh, with like Lost, when they were talking about that article. It was in like that pocket thing, and I remember them vaguely saying something, and this was like many months ago at this point, so maybe it's wrong. But like the last remaining person had, like, there was like two people, and like one had to shoot the other person or something like that.
no.
Okay, then no, I don't remember.
No, what happens is it's basically the same ending in the sense that they both games put together, or like one against each other, the two main characters. The difference is that in The Last of Us, those two characters that are like one against each other at the very end are arch enemies for like the whole game.
I see.
So you kind of expect at the end of the game that there will be some sort of confrontation between the two of them, because like that's a given. But despite the anticipation and just like the fact that you could very simply expect it, they decide to bring it up a notch in the sense that you really have, it's a very raw way of confronting, because like they beat each other up, basically, like they beat the shit out of each other. It's very it's uncomfortable to watch because like it's pretty raw. But at the very end, when you think, okay, one of them is just going to leave us here because like this is too much, this is too much, this is too much. At the very end, your character, the main character, which is like the protagonist of the whole story, the first game and the second game, decides to have mercy on this person, and she just decides to let her go, and she drives away. She just like goes away, and they part. And the problem with that is that you build up this like constant like antagonism between the two of them, because like in the first game you make me grow closer to the main character, in the second game you explain to me the story of her antagonist, and you keep on keep putting them in contrast heavily, so much that at the very end of the game you expect up when you reach the climax that one of them is going to fall, because that's necessary for a good ending to actually happen. The fact that mercy happened was a letdown for basically everybody that played that and that watched. It almost felt like the writers didn't have the guts to actually make that decision for you. Like the fact that they had to pick a side wasn't something that they dared to do for some reason. Probably because the message of the game was mercy, or the learning that you can be merciful in your life after you've killed like 1 billion people. Well, anyway, it doesn't make any much sense. That's the point. The fact that they had the balls here to actually pick a side, or let you pick a side, I guess, and leave that up to you, but leave that up to you in the sense that you cannot choose not to choose. Like you have to choose. So one of them is going to fall. Whoever it is, you choose. But one of them is going to fall. The fact that they decided to like push it out there so much is actually something that I appreciate. Because like I was kind of thinking, yeah, of course, like we can cheese it out and just like not do anything, and everybody's peaceful and everybody loves each other and everybody forgives each other and peace and love and yada yada. The fact that they decided that no, it's either this or that, that's something that I actually appreciate. So
No, same here. Like I'm always a pretty big proponent in like any kind of written literature or movies or video games or anything when you can have like a main character, an important character, and then they just die and then the world deals with it. It's not like they're magically brought back to life or something like that. Because there's so many times in so many forms of media where you have a really important character and then they almost die, but then they recover fully and it's like nothing ever happened before.
Yeah.
You know, they get shot, they recover. Whatever happens, they recover. So I'm always a pretty big fan of that, because at that point, like, you're literally removing a character that you built, and that's it. Like, it's much harder to reverse that process or like create the world going forward when something's missing like that. But I'm always a pretty big, huge fan of that, because that's still not something that happens very often. Not when it comes to main characters. Like, it's always a random character that you see for like 2 episodes or something like that, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
See, it makes me want to go back because, like, I'm insanely visual, and I wish that they did like that final scene a little bit differently. Like, I kind of wish, you know, as they were at the funeral or whatever, he like held his hand out and she went to like grab it, and then they transitioned literally into them driving as they were both holding hands, and then they let it go or something like that. Just because at that point, like, again, as you said, like, it shows how you can be so alone in one situation and somebody is trying to comfort you, but at the same time feel so together in another situation. And like, that in my brain is like so good. Like, you have no idea like how visual I am when it comes to just like little things like that. So this entire time where they're heavily contrasting each other just in like that one scene, it literally makes you want to go back and like check out every single thing when they're talking to each other or when they're talking to like their families and stuff like that, and just to see like if there was some weird form of like physical touch there, or, like, some weird form of exchange that it was just me thinking the first time going through, like, oh, you know, he's being defensive, he's being secretive or something like that, because he doesn't want to say something in front of that other person. So this is one of those things where I legitimately feel like I potentially missed out on a lot, because maybe there was like a lot of characterization there, but it's not something you would recognize on kind of like a first playthrough, because like maybe the characterization is like literally in the foreshadowing and stuff like that, or what they're not saying, but now obviously it makes sense going back.
Yeah.
This is, in terms of the story, it's good. I would say the ending is way better than like the game that came before it. Like, literally when the plane landed, like a complete attention.
Yeah,
like,
completely different game, like different writing.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, because like right when it landed and that happened, I was like, okay, didn't see that coming, and you now have my full attention, game. Please treat it properly. So, as a story, like, as I said, it kind of makes me want to go back and like see things maybe that I missed in all the random video games that I've ever played, where I went through and I beat something in terms of a story, and then I wanted to go back and then see again if I missed anything. Literally, that's it. It's just Final Fantasy Tactics, and now this one. And the very first time that I beat Tactics, it was the exact same thing, where like the ending literally like mind fucked my brain, and I was like, no, like, you cannot do that. And then everything that led up to it, like, I wanted to know more about it and see if I missed anything the first time. But it's very similar. This is a very good story in that case, where, as I already said, like, I wish they spent a little bit more time, you know, like, characterizing both of them, but I can still understand why they wanted to keep it distant too. But I think the emotional impact would have been a little bit stronger if they actually talked to each other or had more conversations like they were when they were sitting by that campfire where you cooked everything, you did everything yourself. but yeah, like, I literally can't think of another story that's like that outside of obviously Tactics, which is still super, super good, but I think the ending to me was like probably like, I wouldn't say it would be a 10, but I would say like I would feel very comfortable saying like it's still probably a 9.
Yeah, same.
And then still I wouldn't put, because that's the problem with Tactics. Like, I think this was like a better story in the sense that I didn't see this coming, and there was a lot of stuff I didn't see coming when it came to Tactics. But if you want to rate it as like a complete thing, then everything that came before landing the plane was like maybe like a 6. It was pretty average to me. Like, it wasn't exceptional. There wasn't like crazy good gameplay. The only thing that I can think of that my brain really liked was actually when it kind of separated us and we had like that individual camera angle when we were both trying to escape from that hospital. I thought that was very clever and very creative, and I liked that a lot. But then like everything else, like, I appreciate, you know, like, it's obviously a co-op game and you have to rely on each other and do this stuff. But I think if I was like in charge of the game, I would have removed like more of the NPCs that you can talk to. There was almost no NPC that we needed to talk to in the entire game.
Yeah, especially because it's got no use at the end of the day.
And I would have...
Like, you can get away with stuff like independently.
Yeah, and I would have put a couple in, because I really like the idea of like talking to somebody to distract somebody else, like to waste time while you're doing something in the background. Because I thought that was really clever the few times that we had to do, like when you were talking to the nurse and had to like sneak around, but there was a timer on that dialogue. And I would have liked it a little bit more, I think, if, you know, like as you're talking to the nurse, maybe there's like a right decision where she asks you a follow-up question. Maybe there's like a wrong decision where she considers you rude or something like that. And then it makes it harder for me, or like harder for you in the opposite situations to like do something. Yeah. So they had some really good ideas. I like the idea of like pretty much doing everything co-op to progress. I actually liked all the little mini games that they put in there. I thought that was actually more fun than it could have been or should have been. Yeah. But yeah, up until the plane landed, story-wise, I would say it was like a 6 for me. Yeah, same. I don't think anything, like the only other time that it had my attention in terms of the story is when we were originally chasing that guy on like the skyscraper. Yeah. Because at that point there was like a culmination in catching him and leading up to him. But even then, I feel they handled that really weakly, because you caught him and as we've been saying, basically, exactly. Like they could have, they should have, not even could have, but they should have had like stronger dialogue for that character. Like, he's getting literally his like dick blown off with a blowtorch, still refusing to say anything, and then all of a sudden he's like, Mexico. And then the worst part is not even the fact that he talked after all that pressure. It's like they're just like, hey, thanks, we'll go to Mexico now. And it's like, I don't know, like,
yeah, or it's like, I actually was thinking like, at least make him say something like, but yeah, okay, but do you know where? And then you go, maybe you character would have gone, yes, I know that he's got a base down in Mexico in this city, so I know where to go. Because maybe like you're some sort of like boss and you have a base in Mexico, in some sort of city, you have a base in Texas, you have a base in California, like maybe you know the places of your guy, because like he was your boss after all. So maybe you know where he hides. So when they tell you Mexico, like you know it for sure that's going to be that place. So make him say that you should just like 2 lines extra, 2 lines more, which would have said the whole thing basically, because it wouldn't have just been Mexico. It would have been that base that I know it exists in Mexico. So yeah, at least it would have given a more kind of pointy direction, right? Instead of just fucking Mexico.
No, and I mean like that whole, it's like, I don't trust you, I don't trust anything you say. And it's like, he's in Mexico, it's like, thanks, I trust everything that you say, just like walk away. Like,
yeah,
it's painful, because at that point like you're creating a conversation that's not extremely logical.
Yeah, especially considering the situation in which that conversation is happening.
Yeah, like
it's not just a random exchange. Hey, bud, like what are you up to? Oh yeah, my boss is down in Mexico. Yeah, I was actually like, it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than, but it's, yeah, that's why I was saying it's hard to rate, because like you have such a strong ending, and then you have all these tiny little things throughout the gameplay that are again absolutely comical, both in terms of story and how they handle the dialogues, and in terms of gameplay, like strictly gameplay. So it's kind of hard. But I really wasn't expecting the ramping ending. Like again, after the first time that we were done playing it, I was like, like it's going to be like again another Man of Medan that nothing makes sense. Like, oh man,
hey,
like, I wasn't really.
No, bitch, you can't say that, because we lost Colin along the way.
But
I think
that's your
that was
fault.
Yeah, I know. I still
Colin?
feel. Was his name Colin? I think it was
Colin?
Colin. Was
Colin like semicolon?
it? No, that's Colin. Colin, Colin. Colin and Colon.
Colin.
Yeah, I thought
I
his
don't
name.
remember Colin.
I thought his name was Colin.
Well, whatever. He's dead anyway, so.
I know. Like, he was the only casualty. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to climb up the ladder, and I'm like, just dies. So,
No, I'm actually not going to climb it anymore. Yeah.
yeah, I know. And then it's funny too, because like, well, maybe there's like checkpoint, like maybe he'll come back. It's just not dead forever. So it's like, whoops.
Yeah, I know, man. It's a weird one.
Oh, rest in peace, Colin.
See, I would be willing to spoil the other ending just by watching the random video on YouTube. But like playing it is just like a different mental fuckery for me.
No, it's same
Like for
here.
example, all the like Quantic Dream games that I have, like Heavy Rain, Detroit, like, not Detroit, sorry, with the other one, Beyond Two Souls, like all that, like that's full of like decisions and stuff. Like I only played those once. I never went back to check like alternative endings, alternative routes, alternative stuff. Never. I have one gameplay. I do all the choices that I want to make because I know that those are the choices that I want to make, and I never go back. Like I cannot work with that. It's just lose all interest for me because like I already made all the choices that I wanted to make anyway. Like if somebody dies along the way, that was my gameplay. Like whatever. I cannot go back to modify whatever I decided to do because I knew in that time, in that specific moment in time, it was the right thing for me. So I'll just stick with that. Going back doesn't make much sense.
No, and I mean, I actually agree with that, and I'm the same way. Like, when I went back to play Tactics, it wasn't to, like, modify the story, because the story is going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
It was literally to understand the story again better.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because at that point, like, you're kind of going through, and it's the exact same thing, and it just, like, literally sucker punch you, like, not right at the end, but, like, you know, like, probably 70% towards the end. You start experiencing all this stuff, and it's, like, I really wish that I paid attention to, like, the other 70% more, because now, like, the other 30% is, like, literally... It's got me really gripped. But it's the same thing here, too. Like, the exact same kind of mentality, where it's like, okay, well, I paid attention to a lot of it, but at the same time, not in the way that the game forced me to think at the very end.
Yeah, exactly.
But same thing, too, like, part of it as well. Like, I wouldn't spoil it in the sense unless, like, you wanted to look at it or something, but I like the idea, like, this is how I experienced it with you, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, there's nothing in that compels me to be like, okay, well, I want to see the other thing, like, by myself, excluding you or something like that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So if you gave it a final rating, what would you give it?
I don't know, man, it's hard. Like, if I were to make, like, an average, it would be probably...
Wait. Before you say it, right? Because I'm curious. Because I'm thinking, I'm so torn, but I think that's what I would do.
1 digit.
Yeah, out of 10.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Say 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Close. I thought about 8, but like I think the ending saves it more than anything. So.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. But like I had to make an average between everything that came before the ending and the gameplay and the ending and the story. Like summing everything up and dividing by everything with its specific weight, then that's 5 for me. Which is very up there. Like I'm usually very critical when it comes to basically everything that I experience, if it's video games, movies, books, like everything. 8.5 is pretty fucking high.
And this is where we immediately watch The Departed afterwards, and you rate it like a 2.
It could happen.
You know what? You're not gonna rate it high. I know that. I think that's my honest belief. There's actually
I don't expect it
something.
not to rate it high.
Well, no, it's good, but at the same time, there's something that I'll tell you after. That's just
Dude, for like even the usual suspects or suspect or whatever, it was very good for you. Like it was like basically the first movie that you ever told me about, and like you mentioned it to me as your favorite movie back in the day. And then we watched it, and I was like, this is not for me. I mean, first of all, not my genre. Like, it's not again about the movie probably itself, not exclusively about the movie. It's just not my genre. Like police investigation, detective, random bullshit, not my thing. Not my. It's really not. So I have a hard time with that already. And then if you make it kind of fall apart at the very end. Because, like, see, even in the case, he was supposed to hit you like a sucker punch, because, like, you shouldn't have expected that. But they build it up in such a weird manner that you're like, okay, so? Like, okay, I know something more now, but then I don't care. Like, I don't care about anybody here.
yeah.
I mean, this was again much different. Like, again, like a sucker punch again, but much different, because, like, it's less dispersive. Because it focuses your attention exclusively on those two characters, which is probably like the greatest strength of this game. So like you grow closer to the character, to one story and to the other story, and to the wife and the kid, and the wife and the kid, and like, oh shit, like what do we do? Like who fucking like I get that. But like, again, the greatest strength was building up the stories like in a parallel manner. But focusing exclusively on those stories, not just like what's spreading your attention like a fucking 100 characters or so. So at the very end you're torn because like it doesn't matter how it ends, it's going to suck either way. So
Yeah.